see you
No talking.
anymore. Come out the door. It's like you've gone away.
I love it so much. I love it because it's just loveliness.
Shall we just cancel the show and watch Frozen?
I could do it's like a couple of duvets, bring the wine and crisps back out. Let's do this.
Do it.
Look, Frozen Fever has taken over the studio because the actual Elsa is on the sofa. Hollywood superstar Idina Menzel is with us. It's so good to see you.
So good to see you. You probably just traumatized a lot of young kids that say, who's that 50-year-old woman says she's Elsa?
Listen, you are Elsa, and also the moment that you start speaking, it's like...
It sounds like me.
Elsa's
I usually
here.
make them close their eyes if they're freaked out, and they say, that's not
doing
Elsa,
that now.
Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I sing in their ear, and then they say,
Oh, my...
Oh, that's weird. I like it. Say other stuff.
You've had a lovely time. We saw you at Wimbledon yesterday. You had a great time. But at the weekend, you were at Pride and you were headlining the event. I mean,
I was so honored
was it
to be
amazing?
there. It's been amazing. I lived here for 6 months when I did Wicked.
Yeah.
So I've made some of the closest friends, and just anytime I can come back here.
Look at you go.
Oh, yeah, look at me moonwalking.
That's
See?
the coolest thing.
I know. I'm not really a dancer, but I know how to moonwalk. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, you did it very well.
Thank you.
I hadn't realised that Let It Go has become quite the anthem as well.
Yes, it has. You mean for the LGBTQ
Yes, the LGBTQ
plus community? Yes.
yeah.
So being there the other day was just at Trafalgar Square. Did I say it right? Trafalgar.
Trafalgar,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was thousands and thousands of people, and there was so much love, and it was just incredible. For me, it's just so nice to sort of be able to give back and express my gratitude to the queer community who've accepted me and embraced me all these years.
I mean, so much so that the album, really, the whole inspiration for that. In fact, it's, I think, fair enough to say, a bit of a love letter to the community, isn't it?
I think so. I played at 1 a.m. at a club the other night, Heaven, it's called.
Oh, yeah.
And
Under the Arches.
And
Yeah.
yes. And I actually, every time I come back to London, even for Frozen 2 press, not to go to GAY for that, but I was later at night, I did the press junket for Frozen, Disney, little kids, and then at 1 a.m.
Balance, it's all about balance.
And I have the greatest time performing for everybody. The energy is electric, and so I thought, what kind of music do I want to make next for my album? I wanted it to be something I could bring back to the clubs. So it was dance, it was disco. That kind of music really helps. It's a great foundation for big voices, you know, like Barbra Streisand had one, and Cher, and Donna Summer, and so...
all the greats.
Yeah.
Did you sing Let It Go in Heaven as a surprise? Did you just rock up on stage and sing?
I do it.
Tell me what happened, because the place was the
Yeah, they love it. I mean, I don't have to really sing it. I just kind of hold the mic out and everybody sings along.
I bet it's
and
amazing.
It's the greatest feeling ever.
The new track, Move, which is what has been inspired by these nights that you're telling us about now. Let's have a little listen, shall we?
She's got in with a new crowd.
You know what? Kids always know the sound of my voice. So people will tell me that they're in the car listening to Let It Go, and then they'll put something like that on, and then the kids will be like, oh, is that Elsa singing,
Elsa.
Mommy?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
not
So that's the
brilliant.
biggest compliment to me.
The album, you also worked with Nile Rodgers, which must have been incredible.
Well, when I wanted to make this kind of music, I said, look, I think it's a really organic transition for someone like me, but what do you think? And I went to Nile, who's a friend of mine, and he did Diana Ross's album, Coming Out, all that stuff. He's like the godfather of disco, and he said, of course, you should do it. It's great music for really big, dramatic voices, which is why I call it Drama Queen. One of the reasons I call it.
Nile Rodgers is referenced by so many artists, isn't he?
Right? Yes.
I mean, he's the artist.
And he's having a renaissance as well. Now this young generation has discovered him, and they want him to play on everything with him.
So with the album, because, I mean, you've got so many roles and characters that people know from, you know, you've got Maureen in Rent, you've got, obviously, Elphaba in Wicked, Elsa that we've been talking about a lot today. When you do your own album and you are you, is that more nerve-wracking? How does it feel?
I feel like I always have to be me and reveal myself, be vulnerable in whatever I'm doing, even if I have green makeup on, because that's what we do as artists. You know, we have to be authentic and be willing to take a risk and let people sort of see into our soul, no matter what. It's always you underneath, so it's always terrifying.
Yeah, it's always scary. And actually, with Elsa, that was quite true, because you had a similarity there, because growing up, you had to keep your voice in.
Yeah.
Because you didn't want to
I mean, I think we all feel that way. Even if we're not singers, we're all trying to figure out, especially as women, how big our voices can be, how much space that we can take up, you know, in life. And when we realize, you know, how to sort of harness that power we have and how powerful and ferocious it can be in a beautiful way, that's when we sort of feel...
Good stuff happens.
Yes, exactly. Liberated.
Talk to us.
Yes.
Frozen 3.
Yes. That's all
happening.
I can... It's happening. I was told. I mean, you know, nothing's been signed, but I'm very excited if it is happening. I swear to you, I'm not being...
You haven't seen a script?
Elusive. I haven't seen a script.
All right, well, let's talk about then. But then you can talk about this without getting into any trouble.
I'd probably have to kill you.
No, I know.
It's all right. As long as you sing to me while you kill me, I'm OK. I'll roll with it. Let it go. It's fine. Do what you want.
But where would we want to find her? Like, what?
Where would we want?
Because people have talked. I mean, there's groups online that discuss this all day long. Some people have said that they would like her to have a relationship, maybe a potential lover.
Well, what's always been so beautiful about Frozen is that the relationship of sisterhood has been celebrated and family, and it's not been about princess, queen, you know, damsel in distress finding the prince coming in to save the day. And I think in Frozen 3 it would be nice if she found a partner in life.
I think so.
There's been a call for her to find a princess and not a prince.
Yes, or, you know, whatever in between. Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows?
But I'm not the writer, and I just want to do Frozen 3.
Yeah, I want you to do
Do you know what's fabulous about this whole thing is that you are as enthusiastic about Frozen as we are. You know, a lot of people, they do a movie that's so huge and they're known for it and they go, well, actually, I do other things too. You celebrate Elsa still, don't you?
Of course I celebrate her, I mean, she's a great reminder, as we just were talking about, like, embracing our power and our individuality as people. And because I get to, it resonates with young people when I'm on stage and I see a sea of blue dresses and a bunch of 50, 60-year-old LGBTQ people all in one big demographic in the audience. I look out and I feel so lucky. Plus, I have to remind myself, when I get to sing the song every day, I'm reminded, Adina, get out of bed. It's, you know, you can't always let it go or defy gravity. Sometimes it's hard, you know, and so it's a reminder for me to, like, get my act together, you know.
Her character changed, didn't it? Because to begin with, she wasn't going to be the good guy.
Right.
They were thinking about making her...
She was sort of the archetypal nemesis of Disney, sort of more evil and then they wrote that song, which made them, the composers, Kristen and Bobby Lopez, wrote that song and it made them feel, it made everything feel a little bit more complicated. You sort of had this different emotional connection. And you realize, oh, let's tell the story of why somebody is the way they are. Why are they wounded? What are they afraid of? Why does it make people lash out? You know?
I love that they allowed themselves to make those changes and go with that rather than sticking to what they originally thought.
Did you know straight away when you heard Let It Go? Did you go, this is going to be huge?
No, but I'm not, you know, no. I just knew I was excited to be in a Disney movie singing, you know. That was a milestone enough for me.
You did change the octave, is that right?
No, not the octave. I changed a step, which is a big difference.
Oh, OK. Yes. I'm not very musical.
No, sorry.
I don't know what that means.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound condescending.
No, that's fine.
No, because an octave would have been 8 notes higher.
Holly, stupid question.
No, it's just it's a big difference when you're up there to move it up there a little bit more. But I think because ever so slightly, I can go from sounding like I had a cigarette one day to all of a sudden sounding like a 13-year-old girl. So depending on where you put the song, I can sing more up here. I sound a little bit more innocent, don't I? Than the way I've been
Can you do a Tom Waits version of it?
Exactly. Well, that'll be in Las Vegas when I'm 85 and I don't have the notes. And I'm just saying, let it go, baby. You know what I mean?
Give me another drink.
Give me another
that version.
So I know for a fact
on.
that when you're alone in the house and it comes on, you sing along.
Oh, without
I definitely
doubt.
do. Do you still sing along with Let It Go?
No, I mean, no.
At home,
No, also my son, he's 13. We were talking about, you know, our teenagers. No, he doesn't really want little to do with mommy singing as much as possible.
No, don't tell me
He loves me, he's proud of me, but if I sing in the house, it's like, Mom, not now. You know, if he's on the phone with his friends, it's embarrassing.
Parents are just uncool, aren't they? Whoever their parents are.
I want him to see that I'm cool.
He'll come
Why
around.
is it so important to me to be cool to my son?
And the more you try, the worse it is.
it is.
When he gets to 60.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
I know.
You'll be saying Let It Go a lot.
I
A lot.
Thank you for coming in.
Thank you
it's
for
really
having
lovely,
me.
really
It's
lovely
great
to
to
have
meet
you
you.
here. The new album, Drama Queen, comes out on August the 18th, and the single Move and Dramatic are out now.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Thank
Great talking to you. Thank you.
Now, last year, Olivia Attwood's hit show Getting Filthy Rich investigated how people sell sex for money, from subscription sites like OnlyFans to women who date older men in exchange for gifts for cash.
And Olivia's back for a second series. So before we speak to her, let's have a quick peek at what's in store.
Why do men that pay for female company, apart from you now, not want to talk about it?
Because the way the media portrays it as like a dark thing where you have this big, ugly, fat guy that's a banker. He just doesn't look like he's going to take care of her, and that's the image that people have of this kind of world. And I'm here to let you know that, listen, there's extraordinarily good-looking men like myself that...
And humble.
I'm actually very humble. But, like, yeah, like, that just actually have a different approach to this. I won't call it a game, but to this movement, to this lifestyle, yeah.
How would it work then? Do you give them cash?
So I
PayPal?
wouldn't tell you how much I would give you.
Okay.
But, you know, I'll do something like this. Here's an easy £5,000. That's for you. For your troubles.
For your troubles. OK, Olivia joins us now. Good morning. It's really lovely to see you,
Hi,
as
guys.
always. The first series was huge. I mean, it was really successful, so obviously they were going to bring you back. Why this subject? Why do you think we all have a bit of a fascination with this subject?
I think it's a subject that has been explored a lot, but not in the way we did it. And I think, you know, obviously I was here about a year ago chatting to you about Series 1, and, you know, we were apprehensive of how it's going to be received, and the fact that people loved it the way they did and they got so obsessed with it was surprising, but obviously was a joy to us because we were proud of what we'd made. But it's looking at quite a serious subject in a balanced way, but with a bit of humour and not with that. Sometimes I think these subjects can come with a bit of, you know, they can have condescending air to it.
Judgy.
Bit judgy. And it's not that, but it's also, you know, giving a balanced view of this world, because it's not all, you know, money and fun and games. There's a serious side to this stuff as well.
That's why that clip is such a good example, because it is just a conversation. You're not judging him.
Yeah.
But how did you get people like him to speak so openly and publicly?
Do you know what? It was harder to get the guys to talk to us always, through Series 1 and through this second series. It was a lot easier to talk to the girls who are actually providing the services than actually the customers. So that guy there, Kid, he luckily was very different to the average. He was very confident, unapologetic. And look, when people watch this whole episode and they watch my whole interview with him, it's definitely a split opinion, which I think is a good thing, but also had to give a bit of respect for him being so open about it, you know? As long as it's two consenting adults, that's kind of on them, and he's very unashamed of his lifestyle.
There's a lot of money to be made. I think that was sort of my take-home from the first series. I was like, wow.
Yes. I mean, even going into the second series, it still shocked me. And it shocked me, you'll see in, I think, probably in the Girlfriend Experience episode.
Yeah, what is that? Because I would have thought Girlfriend Experience sounds like something relatively normal. That's what people have, boyfriend and girlfriend. This is very different to that.
It is, and it evolves in, like, different kind of formats. You have, like, people that provide the service, like, physically, you know, one-on-one. Some of the girls making the most money don't even meet up with these guys. It's on the phones. They're, like, texting 24 hours a day as if it's, like, they're your girlfriend.
So it's an
like,
emotional
good morning,
thing.
how was work? And the money they're making doing it is, yes, emotional. It's kind of intimacy that people crave, I guess, but over online.
God,
It's quite
yes,
an
I know.
intimidating space for a female to kind of go into, isn't it? How did you deal with all that?
I think the way I deal with most things... And
Have you met Olivia?
I'm learning.
She ain't a shrinking violet.
Just with a very open mind. And I think being someone that was always very interested in this area, I'm always interested in subjects around money and the way people are earning money. And just, I don't come from that background, I don't have any experience in that world myself, so it's a completely balanced view. I come in open, do you know what I mean? Open mind to all areas.
I mean, you say you had no experience of it, but you are quite immersive in this world. I mean, the last series, you got yourself an OnlyFans site and you were answering the phone. This time, you've gone one step further, I think. What are you doing this time?
I'm immersive all the way through the series, but I think the episode that I delve the deepest in is the strippers episode. And I actually go to work at a club for the night, and the woman that runs the club, she treats me like all the other girls. She gets me in the change room, checks my hair, my makeup, how I look, sends me out onto the floor.
Were you not terrified?
Terrified. And I actually think, from coming from a modelling background, I've done like a bit of bikini pageants, all that stuff, I was thinking, OK, be all right. But actually, it's so intimidating. Being in that setup with men looking at you, and the whole thing is like, you know, you being sexy, and I was like, I was really scared. I so nearly backed out.
Did it change the way your opinion of the women who do that, who have that as their career?
100%, because I think one of the questions I always come back to as a backbone of these films is this an easy way to make money? Because that's the thing you hear people say, oh, it's a get out, you know, it's an easy way. And I think when you put yourself right in their shoes for a night, you're like, I couldn't do this, like a night out.
And how do you feel? Because that clip there showed the guy handing over the $5,000 like it was carefree, and the chances are, you know, she's going to have someone managing her. They'll take a load of that. She might be, you know, you just don't know the circumstances, and often they're very, very tragic.
Yeah.
I guess in a strip club, it's a very different scene. What's your take on the men that were in the room that night and the men you've met over the course of the series?
The strip club industry as a whole is quite an interesting one. There's a lot I learned, obviously, making this film, as you'll see. And there is a lot of money exchanging hands. And like you said, the girls, when they go to the club, they have to pay a house fee often. They might have to give percentages of what they earn. So sometimes girls can leave clubs, like, minus, which to me is a big problem. I speak to a lot of dancers about that, and it's a big concern. But then because of sort of feminist actions or people or councils that are against strip clubs, they don't have anywhere they can go to be like, hey, we're not being treated correctly or paid fairly, because no one's willing to stick up for them. So I think films like this are really important to discuss that in a
to highlight it.
Yeah.
And also, I think it's fair to say there are a lot of women who work in this industry that, you know, are very empowered by it
100%.
and that, you know, this is absolutely a career choice and it's what's right for them. Something else you said in this one was, and we all know how important it is to be aware of what our children are looking at online, but particularly with TikTok, you were saying that actually what children can access on there is quite shocking.
So we did this episode all about TikTok, and we were looking at how basically sex workers use TikTok as their primary promotion platform and marketing of themselves. Obviously, as you'll see in the episode, they have to, you know, be very careful to create content that can slip between all the sort of guidelines. But I think it was a highlight, and it'll be a highlight to parents who watch the show, that, you know, I think TikTok is sometimes advertised as like a kids platform. It's really not. Like, there's a lot of adult content on there, and I think it's down to the platform and then, you know, parents to look at what their kids are looking at, because it is in there, you know, and I think the algorithm will throw up different things depending on what you're searching for. But there is adult content there if you want to find it.
That's the problem. You can monitor where they start. You can't monitor where they finish up.
It's really, really tricky.
Can we finish up on a lovely, happy note?
Yes.
You got married in June.
Congratulations.
Bradley, congratulations. How was it all?
It's very fun. It was very full on.
Look at you.
And we did film that all for another series that's coming out in August.
And the stag and hen do.
And we filmed everything for Olivia Marries Her Match, which will be on screens in August. So.
Well, listen, it's good to see you so happy. Congratulations on this. Series 2 of Getting Filthy Rich is exclusively on ITVX. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks,
Good luck
guys.
with it. Thanks so much.
But first, she's the ballroom champion and Strictly head judge, known for her glamour on and off the dance floor.
Yeah, but now Shirley Ballas is swapping the pas de double for a parachute as she embarks on a series of daredevil stunts, all in aid of a very good cause. Good morning, Shirley.
Dermot, you look a little... Are you shocked I'm going to do it?
It's not I'm shocked you're going to do it, but I am full of admiration that you are going to do it, because it's a skiathlon.
Skiathlon.
A word I didn't know existed until today. And it's 3 skybound challenges. So the world's fastest zip line,
120 miles an hour.
Oh, wow. A wing walk and a 15,000 feet skydive. I mean, that is very impressive. The wing walk would out of all 3, the wing walk's the thing I think I'd be most nervous about.
Well, to be quite honest, the whole thing terrifies me. I'm frightened of heights, but it's a challenge that I felt in my heart that I needed to do for calm.
Well, let's talk about that.
I didn't want to just bake a cake, you know, Dermot.
Yeah. So what was it about? Why these challenges? And explain your relationship with calm.
Well, I'm a calm ambassador. And as many people know, I lost my brother to suicide 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And recently, as 2 weeks ago, I lost a student, aged 38, also to suicide. So I just thought to myself, what could I do that would get people's attention so that I could draw attention to a fantastic place where people could go? So I decided, along with Calm, that I would do these challenges to collect as much money as we possibly could.
Shirley, have you ever done anything like this in your life before?
I'm most happiest, Alison, when I have my cha-cha shoes on a dance floor. So I'm not going to... I am very apprehensive about the whole thing, but you know what? I will do it for everybody out there who's lost a loved one, who's got somebody who's living miserably.
So how much are you hoping to kind of raise for this? Because obviously you've elevated your challenge, so I'm hoping you're going to raise a lot of funds for this. How much are you hoping to raise?
Well, I would like to think in excess of 200,000, but maybe there's people out there that are going to be very generous, but every penny counts.
Yeah.
So I would be happy with any amount that people could donate for this fantastic cause.
It is amazing.
Incredible. Tell us a little bit about Calm, the campaign against living miserably.
Well, it's a campaign against living miserably.
But they don't really know too much about it. So what is it?
Well, it's a suicide prevention charity. What I love about it is a helpline and a web chat from 5 p.m. to midnight, 365 days of the year. Wow. You can go on there, you can chat, it's anonymous, you don't have to give your name if you don't want to, and you can give your name if you want to, and it's an intervention charity, so they're there to hopefully help you have a brighter day.
Right.
And, you know, there is 125 suicides a week, 75% of them are men. I mean, it's just growing. We had COVID, we had the cost of living crisis, and it's just increasing and increasing. Every 59 seconds, they get a phone call, you know, having to help somebody. So I just want to, you know, particularly now I've lost another friend, many friends actually, but just recently. So I thought, you know, I'm going to put myself out there to do this for Calm, the campaign against living miserably.
Great. I love the fact that you're doing this, and obviously these challenges are massive challenges. What does your mum think? Because I know your mum is very vocal and she's always got something to say. Does she even know about this? Is this the first time she knows about this yet?
Well, you know, my mum lives with me and we both still suffer the loss of my brother. So when I told her, she said, I'm not speaking to you, and off she trolleyed to her room, and I explained to her what it was for, but she won't come with me. She said, I won't watch my only daughter go up all that way. She's nervous, you know, she says something could go wrong, may go wrong.
It is a big thing. She's lost one child.
Yeah.
To lose another one, I know that's not going to happen because they are very good at things like this. The safety...
I love the hole you're in right now.
So encouraging,
like,
really.
Okay.
You're going to be fine. The safety thing, like, I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't do it.
Have you done anything like this before?
I've done a zip line in Jamaica once, and I thought it was good.
Was that quite terrifying?
It was awful. I also did...
well, let's give her a pep talk.
Yeah, it was awful. I actually did
put
in my head that the cable was breaking, and I really did think I was going to die. And then when I got on the floor, I cried my eyes out in relief. But I'm sure you'll be fine, Shirley.
Do I need my big girl panties in case I wet myself? I might need those.
A few panties.
Shirley, when is this happening? And can we watch the...
8th of August, so I will be doing the first challenge.
Can we come and watch?
Please, please. The first one is the 8th of August, and that's the zip line.
Yeah.
And then 8th, 9th, 10th of August will then be the wing walk. And then the 12th of August will be jumping out of an aeroplane, 15,000 feet, free falling for 2,000 feet, when I just don't even like flying. So I I would love everybody to come along, but more so if everybody could donate just a little bit, you know, go to my Instagram page, press the link, and it'll take you straight to the Skyathlon challenge.
Now, this isn't the only adventurous thing you're doing. You're just talking about your mother, and you're going to essentially want to embark on some travels with your mother, don't you? Even though she's 85.
Well, she's 86 actually. So my mother is the funniest person. I mean, we watch Gogglebox together. She is Gogglebox just all on her own, and
she should do it.
Well, she just says it as it is. She has zero filter.
Yeah.
And you know,
maybe she shouldn't do it.
Lots of shows on TVs, mostly men and sons and things like that. So I thought it would be nice to have a mother and daughter that travels the country, that, you know, does different challenges, a bit like 50 Ways to Kill Your Mammy. That was a show one time.
Show, wasn't it?
And I thought, not that I want to kill your mammy, but anyway. Yes, I would love to do something travelling with her.
And talking of challenges, there's a big challenge ahead. You're going to be a grandmother.
Yay!
It's very exciting.
I've just got my name. It's going to be Nanny Sparkle. So, you know...
Nanny Sparkle.
Nanny Sparkle.
I love it.
I know Mark and BC have really, really wanted a baby for a while, and this is just absolutely ecstatic for all the family. So my mother, a great-grandmother. How fantastic is that?
It's absolutely wonderful. You don't look like a granny, does she? You don't look like a nanny.
Thank you.
You look beautiful. Well, listen, we're really excited about this. Shirley's Skyathon for Calm is set for the 8th to the 12th of August. Yeah. We're going to go, aren't we? Are we?
Oh, then we'll watch behind with teeth behind our hands.
And don't forget to go to thecalmzone.net/Skyathlon.
Shirley, thank you.
Thank you very much.
After 16 years as a ballerina, in 2019 she retired from the American Ballet Theatre, which left Melanie Hamrick on the hunt of what to do next.
So, deciding to put pen to paper, she's written her debut novel, published by none other than Saucy Mills and Boom. First Position is inspired by Melanie's time in ballet, and she's going to tell us all about it. But this is the book. I love the cover.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm drawn to it straight away. Fantastic.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you. I love the cover too.
Yeah, it's great. It really is.
So let's explain a little bit about what it's about, because you have got Sylvie, isn't it? And we're following her as she's sort of falling into a relationship with dancer Alessandra.
Yes.
Yeah, so just describe what the situation is there.
Well, when we meet Sylvie, she's a young woman, and when she entered the ballet world, she was this up-and-coming rising star, and then unfortunately a scandal kind of derailed her. And then this handsome Italian man comes in, and not to say that she wanted to become better for a man, but it kind of gave her that spark. It helped. She wanted to go. She wanted to go back into the studio. You know?
Okay, got you.
And you root for her because you see her when she's young in flashbacks and how much she wanted and how she devoted her life to it. Mm-hmm. So without giving away the ending, you hope she finds her path again.
I mean, they say write what you know about. I'm talking about the ballet side.
Yes.
So tell us about your background in dance.
I started at a very young age, at 6 or 7, and I wanted to be a ballerina. That was it. I think I did a school talent show, and I was the swan, and I was like, I'm going to ballet school. I went to a boarding school for ballet where they train you with about 30 other kids.
Wow.
I spent 5 years there, and then thankfully I got a job in the ballet.
Yeah,
after.
I mean, it's a real dedication and commitment. But so the book also, obviously, you know, you get this real insight into the world of ballet, which is one thing, but you also get a real insight into her sexual appetite, which is quite rapid. I mean, there are threesomes, there are sex in the theatre stalls, and this is no way a memoir. Is quite important to say that straight away.
I was telling everyone, I wish I had had more fun as a dancer. I wish I had these experiences. But being in the world for so long, you hear stories, you're on tour, you talking to other companies and dancers, and it's loosely based on some truths backstage.
So is it quite like that, the world of ballet?
Oh,
Because I imagine, you know, you only have to watch any of the sort of dancing shows, and it seems like the moment you get two bodies close to one another, the chemistry seems to ignite.
It does, and you're spending all day rehearsing with these people in what is essentially a swimsuit. You definitely have, and they're young. You start when you're 18, and then you're 20s. You want to have fun. You want to have a good time. So there is some fun in the, you know, the stalls or the dressing room, and the great thing that I had fun doing is I got to exaggerate it and make it more wild and believable. But there is a little underlying truth to the authenticity of the book.
Okay. So 2 things. This book is now definitely coming home with me. Holly? Okay.
That's fine. I'll order my own.
But also writing the racier scenes, and of course, Sir Mick Jagger, your partner, the love of your life.
Yes.
I mean, I'm wondering, as he looked over your shoulder and you were tapping away, how was that?
He was very supportive. I'm so lucky. He really encouraged me to write and get going. And I think I did. If I shocked him, I did a great job. I did what I needed to do. Yeah. And then I think at about a halfway point, I said, "Okay, you've got to. When it comes out, you got to go buy your own copy." Like,
absolutely.
Wait till it's done.
There's a little reference here, actually. It says, "To my love, thank you for your endless support and inspiration." Smiley face.
A winky face, actually.
The winky,
there's a little wink in there.
I'm guessing that's to Mick, I take it, is it?
I mean, I think he hopes so, but no.
No, leave it sitting there.
Yeah, it's got to be mysterious. I know. I told they're like, "Do you really want to do the emoji in your dedication?" And I said, "Yeah, let's go for it."
Absolutely. When you were writing the sex scenes, you say that it was like choreographing a dance. That's how you kind of made it and did it.
Completely. And it's what I imagine when you have certain paradas like Romeo and Juliet, for instance. I mean, there's a very steamy kisses in that ballet. And you know, I was thinking of those moments, and also when I choreograph and you're having 2 people being physical with each other and trying out different moves. So it was very similar to choreographing. Didn't
Good
feel
way of doing
like
it.
it didn't feel completely new.
It's funny when you talk to film stars and they do these sex scenes that are all very steamy, but actually say it's actually not like that when they're filming at all. It's all kind of slowly constructed. I guess writing it's probably the same.
I mean, a bit. I went back and edited, but I felt those scenes were the most fun to write. It's naughty, it's fantasy, so I went for it, and then I would go back a week or 2 later, let it settle, and be like, "Oh, wow.
Now where am I going with
this?" Yeah, like, what did I write?
I'm also liking the idea of writing these bits and then, like, the child in the background looking for food or, like, spilling stuff all over the sofa.
Because your little one's 6,
He is 6, and he did pick up the book the other day. And I was reading, you know, just a 6-year-old level. And then he started reading, and I was like, "Put that down."
That is not
That's not for you.
He must be, I was thinking about this, genetically, he must be an incredible dancer, having mixed genetics and yours as well. Has he got some good
He definitely does. I feel we both learn from, when you're young, you have that no fear, you just go for it. So I love watching him dance. I think we both do, because that's a great move.
Yeah.
Wow, look at you. And then when I try to teach him, he's like, "Mom, no.
I've got this. I've got this.
Feel it, Mama."
You can see Mick doing ballet, actually, because he has that fantastic physique, doesn't he? And he's kind of the poise, and he's quite elegant looking, isn't he, you know?
I think he's taken a few classes.
That's taken from you. Something that was interesting about the book is that you were able to reflect on your experience as a mother and also being pregnant, because the world of ballet, it's not a particularly understanding place for that, was it? I mean, you were one of the lucky ones. I think you were one of the very few, actually, that embarked on motherhood while still having a career.
There was only one other mother in a company of 80.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah,
isn't it?
It was difficult. It changed my whole outlook, and my priorities changed, and my body changed, which was so alien to me. And then getting back.
Well, you went back after 4 weeks, I think.
I tried to take a ballet class after 2 or 3 weeks, and I left early. I was like, "What was I thinking?" And then I went back quite soon.
And do you think that'll ever change? I mean, is it just one of those industries that can't because of the physicality? I mean, is that the reason why it doesn't, or do you think there's room for that to change and evolve?
I think it's changing a bit. I think they're more understanding and giving people time. But again, it's such a young career, and you're always aware there's someone younger and fresher and better. So you put that pressure on yourself. I think now the time is more 6 months people wait, 8 months even. But if you wait too long, then you're too out of practice. Every day off is like 3 days of training, in a sense.
It's quite an active conversation in sport, actually, in this country, and a lot of female rugby players now, in their contracts, they're saying, you want to go have a baby, that's fine, and you are absolutely welcome back to play for your country afterwards, you know, so it's more consciously thinking ahead, which is really important.
Of yourself, like, can I get back and be as, I want to deliver what I know I can deliver, but if you take too much time, then you lose time with your baby.
I know,
so exactly. You have that hard, it's a hard balance.
Well, I imagine for lots of ballerinas that are going through this at the moment, your story because you were one of the few that did it, will be a real inspiration. This is the first position. Will there be a second position? Are we going to have a second book?
Yes, there is.
Oh,
I'm not sure if it's going to be called Second Position. I kind of hope so.
Yeah.
But it's a spin-off. So it's Jocelyn's tale after this one's complete.
Second position? What? There are 2 positions?
Well, there's a third and a fourth.
Is there really? I have a lot to learn. You have a lot of supporters. We do have a photograph, though, of your biggest supporter, of course, holding the book here. There he is.
There you go.
He's got both covers in it. The US and the UK cover.
Judy said it's saucy.
Saucy.
It's really lovely to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on
so
the book.
much.
And it's out now.
And it's mine.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's mine.
Enjoy it.
I will. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming in.
But for all of that, with 7 UK top 10 songs, a brand new European tour and an upcoming third album, Anne-Marie has become a household name.
Yeah, new album features collaborations with the Shania, yeah it does, and Khalid. And a week before its release, she is here now. Good morning.
Good morning.
And this morning, welcome to... Come on.
You look amazing.
Oh, I've gone for it. Shania's influenced my life. What can I say?
I mean, if you're in with Shania, you're in with Shania, right? I mean,
she's my best friend now.
she came down to the show. When she came down to the show, one of our researchers wore leopard print, just because everyone was wearing
honour
leopard
of.
print. And she said to her, "Shania, I'm wearing this because you." And Shania just went, "I know."
No.
Real class
She was
act, didn't
really
she?
nice, though, wasn't she? When you were putting quite normal.
Lovely, yeah. I was so nervous because obviously it's Shania Twain. I'm like, oh my God, what do I wear? What do I do? And then panicking the whole way. And as soon as I walked in, she was just like, ah! And then I was like, ah! And we were both.
She's
made me feel
disarmingly lovely, isn't
Yeah,
she?
she's
so
amazing, so talented. Oh.
So let's talk about the new single. So it's called Unhealthy, and this is unhealthy in many, many ways. Sort of relationships, all sorts of things. In fact, it's a bit of the theme of the album, actually.
Yeah, the whole album is me, mostly my brain. I'm very unhealthy in my decisions.
I bet you're not. Do you think you really are?
I'm just a bit impulsive.
Right.
So nothing I do is thought about. So
yeah, but that's a gift of youth.
Yes, that's what I said.
Yes.
But,
turns out.
But no, this song it turned out to be about a relationship, but it started off about food, which is kind of the same thing. But yeah, I just had this image in my head of me just having burgers and chips and pasta and ice cream, and it's all down my chin. And I was like, just can't get this out of my head. And they were like, how do we make this make sense to people? So that was fun.
Turn it into a relationship.
But, you know, it's interesting, like... You know, last time you were doing a promo around, you did a brilliant documentary, I remember, was it on YouTube? Yeah. And just, like, talking about mental health and so forth, and your mental health. And I think it was such a brilliant thing for your fans to see. So sort of, you know, just to open up and show that vulnerability.
Yeah.
Are you in a good place right now in terms of where you are with, you know, the releasing an album, going on tour, releasing an album, going on tour? You seem like...
Yeah, I just keep touching my hat. I'm like, oh,
why you have to go on that for everything, don't you? Yes,
I feel great. I feel great right now. I think my albums basically show what I'm going through at the time. And I think with Therapy, my last album, it was during lockdown. Everyone was struggling. Yeah. I went to therapy. I figured out lots of things and how to figure out my emotions and all that. And then for the third album, I just wanted to be so free and careless of, you know, anything. And I think that's what this album is. It's just fun.
Yeah, good. And actually, you can see that when you're performing it. I mean, we're lucky enough to watch you in the breaks kind of rehearsing. No, not trying. Like, properly succeeding. Like, the dance. I mean, you have upped it. I mean, you've always had this brilliant vocal anyway, and to me, it looks like effortless when you sing. But doing that and performing, that's not easy.
Yeah, well, I'm not quite Beyonce yet. But I try it.
Listen, all you need is a wind machine, babes. We're all Beyonce.
No, I just feel like this song makes me want to dance. Yeah. So I just had to do it. And I say cowboys and cowgirls, but I say cow people, and it sounds a bit weird.
It's fine.
But
it's fine.
They identify as anything other than that. Very happy. Yeah.
Thumbs up there from the gang.
What is it like working with Shania? So when you sat down, like, literally, what's it like working with Shania? We know she's lovely, but so when you sit down with the guitar or the sketchbook, what happens?
Well, I don't play instruments. I can play a bit of piano and stuff like that. And when people bring out instruments, it makes me feel like I'm just not I shouldn't be here. But she brought out the guitar and was just, you know, cocked her leg up and was just like going like that. And I was like, oh my God, she's there. You know, like she's there. She's just a brilliant person. I think from childhood, listening to her songs, I think people, when they have something to say, it's so important in music. And with her song, well, most of them, but, you know, Man, I Feel Like a Woman. I think that was most of our soundtracks.
I watched her documentary and there was so much about her that I didn't know. I mean, she's just a complete and utter trailblazer.
Yeah.
Quite inspirational for you, I'd imagine. You went horse riding.
Tried. Yes.
Are you not horse riding? I mean, there was a picture of you looking like quite natural.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yes. I turned up in Nashville and there were 2 horses and I said, am I going on one of those? And they said, no, you'll be on the back of Shania. And I just was like, thank God, because I can't
So should I give you like a piggyback?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
A horsey back.
A horsey back?
Yeah. It was brilliant. Obviously, we filmed half of the music video in Nashville and then the other half in Kent.
As you do, seamless.
You know.
See how good you are at the away. Come on.
Keeping it real.
And you've got the tour as well coming up.
Yeah.
Back on the road. You must be excited.
Finally. I think I'm just most excited because obviously after my last album, it was still kind of lockdown place and it took me ages to get out and perform it. But now it's like finally all gone and performing at the O2 in London.
Amazing.
And just everywhere around UK and Europe. So I'm just, really excited.
We know, listen, I know you are hard as nails. Like, we know that you can look after yourself. But did you chip your tooth and then just carry on? What can you tell us?
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that don't happen today because we are dancing. But last time dancing happened with me on stage, I was performing with Will Hurd in New York.
Yeah.
And he has crazy dance moves, like literally does all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he just went like that and smacked the mic in my tooth. And I was like, my tooth's come out. And then I just basically I ran upstairs, looked in the mirror, spat it out and said, I look kind of cool, and then walked back on and just carried on. Yeah, because I always thought my face was a bit boring. So when I had the chipped tooth, I was like,
I've got a thing.
I like
This
it.
is my
I
thing.
didn't get it fixed for like 2 years.
That doesn't happen here today.
No, I hope not.
Absolutely not. We're going to let you do some singing now, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Let's go.
Anne-Marie will be kicking off her European tour in November this year, which will include a very special gig at the O2 in London. Unbelievable.
Cowgirls, cowboys,
At the ready.
She is... The new album, Unhealthy, is out on the 28th of July. The UK, Ireland and European tour kicks off in November and will include a date at London's O2.
And we were joined by former TOWIE star James Argent. He opened up to us about his battle with drug addiction and an eating disorder. This led him to be his heaviest weight of 27 stone and believing that at his lowest, he might not survive.
But 3 years later, he's lost an incredible 13 stone. He's been sober for a year and a half and is feeling better than ever.
Yeah.
Look at those little handsome chops. He joins us now. Morning, James.
Yeah, morning. It's
Well
really
done.
nice to be back in a positive way.
In a much better place.
Yeah, much better place.
Well, you're looking good on it. You feel better than ever, which is brilliant. You're calling it this sort of disordered eating that happened, and it started a long time ago for you, really, didn't it? Something would trigger it, and then this relationship with food was a bit of a coping mechanism.
Yeah, definitely. I always acted out on food, whether it be just kind of for comfort or like when I was dealing with certain feelings, I would go towards food.
Sure.
And I had a really bad relationship, probably going from when I was a child, actually. I was forever up and down. I was either kind of exercising, 3 times a day and starving myself and being really slim, or I was just doing no exercise at all and I was binge eating, and I never kind of found a happy medium or a balance. Do you know what I mean?
So, I mean, that obviously smacks of an addictive personality, doesn't
Exactly.
it? So where did your addiction first manifest itself? Where did you start? Was it food, or when you got older, was it drink?
I think it was both. I mean, the first time I ever went to rehab, actually, I went there for drink and drugs, but within a day they put me in an eating disorder unit. So I kind of...
Because addiction is addiction.
Exactly. It wasn't specific to anything. It's kind of just a battle all round, really. So I finally, I've got myself in a position now, where I'm, just under 2 years
clean and sober.
Right.
And now I have a very, healthy relationship with food and exercise, and I kind of really feel like happy and content. There's been, no scandals for a good while. There's been no drama. Everything's just kind of going smoothly, which is great for me, my friends and my family. Do you know what I mean?
Part of the thing that helped you with your weight loss was the gastric sleeve. So you had that in 2021. I mean, that is... I think people look at that and go, oh, it's just a quick fix. It certainly isn't that. I mean, there is a lot behind that. Then you have to work out sort of the brain-tummy connection as well. The gastric sleeve will do one thing. You'd reached 27 stone. The thing that surprised me this morning is that you said that even now when you're looking at your body, there are still things you see.
Yeah.
There's still bits that you see.
Yeah, like I've lost... 13 stone, and when I go back and look at pictures, it's like, I don't recognise myself. I'm like, no, surely that wasn't me.
Yeah.
But even like now, you never... I don't know, me personally, I still have those kind of... I'm still can be quite body and image conscious. Even in certain pictures, I want to be sort of more toned, or there's sort of areas that I still don't like, and you're kind of... I'm never really completely happy, or maybe people just look for perfection.
Right, welcome to the club.
I was going to say, I think that's a pretty normal feeling. Everybody wants to be body positive.
How's the exercise going?
Yeah, exercise is going good. I've got into my swimming, into boxing, and I've started playing quite a bit of tennis and paddle tennis. So you
need to sign up.
Living a healthy lifestyle.
I try and do 2 half marathons a year. I cannot turn up to a half marathon without seeing Wrighty. Mark Wright, every run I ever do.
He loves it.
And I'm always there going, it's the end of my training. And he's like, oh, damn, now I'm just training for a 50-miler next week. And you're like, what?
So it must be good, isn't it, to have a friend that does
a little half marathon.
It's good to have positive influences around me. Well, I actually did do a marathon, I think, back in 2012, but I'm sure I'd get a lot better time if I was to do it now.
Amazing, mate.
Well, you look at your life now, and as you said, it's all very positive, and there's a few reasons for that. One is that your love life's very fulfilled at the moment. You've got a new girlfriend.
Yes, I've got a new girlfriend.
You are punching.
She looks like a young Sophia Loren or a Monica Bellucci.
She's beautiful. So she lives in Italy?
She does. She lives in northern Italy. She's very, very special. She's a great woman.
Oh.
She's a great woman. God knows how I done it.
She's gorgeous.
I think she thought I was an English Michael Bublé when I met her. That's what I tried to tell her anyway.
Well,
she's watching this. You are basically our very own Michael Bublé. I mean, you've had a great singing career.
I have.
But you are singing now.
Yes,
and Bublé is your kind of inspiration.
I'm a full-time wedding singer, so I'm finally doing what I've always wanted to do. I actually wanted to perform with the band today, but apparently Anne-Marie's nicked my spot.
She did nick your spot. Next time.
That multi-award-winning Anne-Marie just got you before. Sorry.
So hopefully, maybe at some point throughout the summer I'll come on with the band and we'll perform.
We'd love that. We'd love that. You UK's Michael Bublé. You've sung here before.
I have sung here before. I sung here it was a few years ago. It was actually Valentine's Day.
Oh, nice. There you go,
yeah. So what kind of stuff do you like to sing?
I sing a bit of Motown, a bit of rock and roll, sing the classics. I mean, look at me there.
I know.
That's what I mean. Looking at videos like that, I don't recognise myself.
There's some exciting news coming up for 2023. You said that sort of reality shows, sometimes you think they're not so good for you.
Yeah, I mean, some, there's if I'm being honest, I've signed up for a couple that are coming out after the summer. But I'm a bit more... I'm in a position now where I'm...
Not good for you. Great for you.
No, but I'm in a position now where I can be a bit more picky and choosy. Like, if there's reality shows that involve drama or things like that, then I'm not interested.
No,
if it's stuff that's positive and fun and,
So what are you doing?
Experiential.
Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to...
Oh, I thought you were allowed to say.
No, I'm not too
sure. A bit of exclusive for you, ... I won't say it, don't worry. But don't say it if you don't want to. Watch this space.
Yeah, there's some cool ones coming up.
OK, fine.
But I've actually just, believe it or not, I've done pantomime quite a few times over the years, and usually I play silly roles like Sergeant Argent or Dandini or something, the silly whatever. But I've actually, I can't believe I'm saying this, I've actually been cast as Peter Pan.
Brilliant.
Can you believe it?
You'll have to
2 years ago, I couldn't tie my own shoelaces, and now I'm going to be flying.
Right, you've got to be fit to be doing panto every day, so it's a good testament to you, my friend.
Good
it's
time.
So lovely to see you.
No, it's good.
Doing so well, and we'll see you when you come in to sing.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Right. And it really is compelling. Katie joins us now. It's lovely to see you.
Hey,
Welcome.
Hello.
So the inspiration for this was really born out of the volunteering work that you do over here in UK prisons.
Yeah, that's right. So I've been volunteering sort of off camera for the last couple of years in women's prisons. It sort of started around, they contacted me first and they'd been doing projects about women that had inspired them. And they said, we've done this project about you. We've named this part of the prison about after you. So would you come in? And I have to be honest, rather reluctantly, I thought, I don't know if it's something I'd actually volunteer to do. And I think my apprehension and judgment was wrong. I went in, I related to a lot of the women, I formed sort of relationships with them and just carried on and going in doing workshops and groups and talks, stuff around International Women's Day. And then got this real interest in, you know, motherhood behind bars. Went out to the States where obviously it's different laws, different types of crime, and it really kind of opened the door on this unseen world and finding motherhood in a setting that you would never really think about.
How do the two countries, I mean, obviously in America it's kind of state by state, right? But broadly, how do the two countries compare? So if you're a mother with a baby over here, what happens?
Yeah, I mean, there's one law here, you know, and there's mother and baby unit in some female prisons here, and people that are screened and go through sort of rigorous checks and testing can keep their baby up to the age of 2 years old in a sort of prison nursery. In the States, it's almost like individual countries where the law is different, you know, right down in the South, in the Bible Belt where I went, then back up to the North in Chicago where I then went, you know, we filmed for 6 months, so we got real variety. It's just pot luck where you're incarcerated.
Where you end up. I mean, the figures are shocking, actually. 60,000 women, pregnant women, are being locked up each year. In America, this is. Around 1 in 25 women are locked up pregnant. In Illinois, 1 in 20 children have a parent in jail. And although those statistics are shocking, what it seems to be more reflective of is that how many women in children's lives are impacted some way by trauma and abuse or crime.
Exactly that. And I think there might be some people watching this that feel this is controversial and why should they care about someone in prison? They made their choice. And absolutely, there is a percent of the population that that's true for. And you'll see on the programme, by their own admission, they say, this is the right place for me for now. But male versus female crime is very different. And like you said, 60% of the population are there for drug charges. So usually they've been exploited by a pimp or a drug dealer and they're used as a mule, or they have addiction themselves. And like you said, that addiction comes from a trauma that happened to them in childhood. So you don't go to prison and meet loads of Myra Hindleys. Sure, they exist, and I accept that they should be there, but that's a small percent of the population. You meet women like you and I that are mothers, daughters, wives, but life unravelled and things got tough and there was no support system in place, you know.
Well, just overall, like, whether it's from a moral or economic argument, it just doesn't make sense to lock people up and throw away the key without rehabilitating them. It just doesn't.
And also it's not working, because I would be interviewing someone in a cell and they would say, oh, my mum's down the wing in another cell, my grandma's been here and my daughter's in the county jail and been arrested. So generational cycle of incarceration and addiction.
So what happens to children who have mothers in US prisons?
So it varies. There's 9 state nurseries in the whole of the States, and that means you can keep your child up to the age of 2 with you in the prison. There's some places that just don't have any facilities or support for women or children. You give birth and 24 hours later your child is taken away from you. And, you know, you're literally talking about women having cesareans, being stitched up and being thrown back into a jail cell.
It's like punishment on the child.
Yeah, and that is the common thread throughout this, that always the child is the victim. And we would just meet people that their only future was the same cycle as their mum. And I think statistics show if you're disconnected to your mum in the first 2-3 years, you're statistically more likely to end up in prison yourself.
God, that's so awful, isn't it?
What's the appetite like for reform over there?
Again, it varies, because when I went to the South, I got to visit these amazing alternative facilities. So there were some that were missionaries, Christian-led, so lots of singing and dancing, but also life skills. They had a dentistry place, they had a hairdressers, they were educating and teaching women skills. You're still court-ordered and sent there by the judge. I also went to a detox centre, which was similar. You're still serving out a sentence, but your child can live with you up to the age of 13 years old.
I mean, it sounds, like you say, potluck, depending on what state where you're at, the kind of care you get. It is utterly fascinating and brilliant real-life stories. That's Katie Piper's Jailhouse Mums. That's 10 p.m. on W Channel tomorrow. Something else that you're all about to embark on, which seems incredibly exciting, is the Loose Women Tour.
I know.
You're going out and about.
Yeah, first time they've done it. And, you know, I've only been on Loose for 2 years, so I still kind of feel a bit like a newbie compared to some of the veterans. But you just know it's going to be pretty wild, don't you think?
I mean, just the line, come and let loose with us on tour.
We're not on daytime. We're not going to be told off in our ear.
That's what I was going to say. It's going to feel quite different because of just the time of day. It's the fact it's the evening. I mean, you will be let loose a little bit more.
Literally. I'm scared / excited.
Yeah.
And I think there'll be a lot
that's a natural reaction.
Yeah. I think there'll be a lot of interaction with the audience and people are going to be able to ask questions and we'll probably be able to sort of meet people afterwards. And
Tour bus? What's that? Are you bunking down with Janice?
Me and Janet Street Porter will be together, you know, sharing a bunk. Yeah.
Amazing.
It will be really good fun. And not only that, you've also got on ITV, you're back at the weekend, aren't you?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, so the breakfast show starts again this Sunday. I had a series 1 last year, and you know, a new show, you always think, oh, will anybody watch it? You know, how will it do? And then it was really great, the response, and it's come back again, and it's so different from being in a maximum security jail. You know, when I was filming out there, I don't know, it's a tight budget.
Good to have variety.
Yeah, it's fun and it's nice because you do, you know, fun and joy are also important, and it'll be sort of celebrity guests, TikTokers, lots of fun content. So I like that kind of, you know, diversity.
So listen, Katie Piper's Jailhouse Mum starts tomorrow, 10 p.m. on the W channel, and then Katie Piper's Breakfast Show returns this Sunday at 8:30 on ITV, and the Loose Women Tour will just be coming to a town near you. And
1st of September it begins.
If you just open your window, you will hear them. Kind of all you need, really. Just it'll be available on a loudspeaker and parish news. Hear you.
Well done, you. It's really lovely to see you.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. And superstar and the husband behind Alison Hammond's ill-fated first marriage, only 6 months or so.
I don't like to talk about it. It was amicable, though. It was amicable. It's lovely to see you, it really is. How are you? You all right?
Thank you very well indeed.
Oh, it's so good. I'm so excited about this because I love the Grand Tour, but I've got to say, I said it to you earlier, it's basically Top Gear.
You are me. You were saying that off camera.
It's Top Gear.
We reinvent ourselves every time. It's fresh, new. We haven't been peddling the same thing.
Look, the Grand...
Do not say that.
The Grand Tour, T, Top, Grand, G,
all right,
Gear,
Sherlock.
And then you got T, Top Gear 2. Top Gear 2. It's the same programme, isn't it?
Like Dan Brown
You said that like you've cracked the case.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I know.
Richard, please stay for the interview.
Is it? It's true, isn't it?
Not at all.
All right, tell us about
the... childish.
Tell us about the new road trip.
Very mature. What?
Tell us about the new road trip. Like, surely you've been everywhere.
Well, no, it's a good point. You raise a good point. Because we have. And it is becoming really difficult because half the places we've been and half the places you can't go because of, for whatever reason. So we decided, let's do something a bit off the wall. So we wanted to do the road trip that no one's ever thought of doing, which is Gdansk to Lake Bled.
So what? So it's top of Poland down to where?
All the way down Hungary, Slovakia, Slovenia, right down to the coast.
Wow.
And in 3 cars that nobody's ever thought of doing a road trip in.
That's one of my favourite bits, is the cars. Well, the cars you choose are so brilliantly silly.
We always choose the wrong cars, though, because if we chose the perfect... If we're doing a desert adventure...
Yeah, it'd be boring.
We cross the Namib Desert in beach buggies because they're not really suitable.
Sure.
But if we'd done it in a Land Cruiser, a Land Rover...
Exactly.
You would have been fine.
And it'd be boring. So we really were let loose to pick 3 cars that nobody has ever thought of doing a road trip.
So what did you choose?
I chose... the rather magnificent... You can see it on the picture there. It's the yellow Chevrolet SSR.
I love an American car.
Yes.
But wait, it's not. I mean, I love a pickup.
Yeah.
Me too.
You love a pickup.
I love a pickup.
Yeah.
You like
any
a man
with a
pickup specifically.
If they rock up to my house, I'm all theirs. In a pickup.
The one I've got at home.
Yeah.
Dodge Ram TRX.
Oh, yes.
With the Hellcat engine.
Stop turning her on like
800 horsepower.
Has it got 4 seats? Oh, yes!
It's bigger than my house. I can't actually park it. I can't get it into my yard.
Are you serious?
No, this is ridiculous. I look really cool in it. Not good. But the one I've got was Chevrolet decided what the world really needs is a two-seater.
Oh, I love it.
Convertible
I love it.
pickup.
It's
so it's got
wonderful.
a metal folding hardtop, but that occupies quite a lot of the pickup bed, so it's not very good as a pickup.
Yeah.
But it's very heavy, so it's not very good as a two-seator roadster.
Is it fun to drive?
It's brilliant. It's like a cartoon on wheels, and I like cars with...
personality.
Look, what's happening with cars is it's polarising out. There's going to be the utility to get us to and from shops and work. And if that's an autonomous thing that turns up at my doorstep, I don't know, I get in it and I go, fine, it gets me where I want to be. But a lot of people who right now wouldn't define themselves as car enthusiasts are going to look at that and think, yeah, I like that, but I kind of liked my old VW Polo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on a
Stop
minute.
driving.
I'm a motoring enthusiast.
Yeah.
So they're going to suddenly find they are. So cars with character and personality like those, there's a bigger place for in the world, I think.
Yeah.
Do you ever get jealous of, like, Jeremy's car or James'?
We would never admit it. Oh, yeah, we would never admit it.
So the first time you see the cars...
Yeah.
Like, so the first time they would see your Chevrolet is when you rock up in it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great. We kind of have an idea what the others are getting. And there's nothing worse than bowling along on one of these trips and seeing one of the other two having a nice time in there. I want to be in that, because I never have a radio in my car. It's never working. There's certain things that just happen, and you see them, oh, he's having a nice time in that, and I'm not.
Suppose
Not
now,
a chance.
you know each other's nuances and beats and, you know,
together for
and what
20
you love
years.
about each other and what you
Yeah.
hate about each other.
The one's a longer list than the other.
What you can tolerate about each other.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we're very lucky because when we started shooting this Eurocrash, the day one location, there's that moment, cameras go up and someone says action, and it's like we've stepped into a world that's been carrying on since the last time we were in it. Whether we're in a jungle, on a polar ice cap, in a desert, it makes a difference. It's like, oh, that's where we all were.
Yeah.
Because I know if I say something, I know who'll pick it up and run with it. And they know if something happens, which one of us, actually, that's more of a James thing, let him run with that and enjoy it. Because 23 years of doing that.
That's so lovely to get to that
Look at the
point.
picture
Look
of
at
the
you.
three.
You're like little babies.
Oh, no. That is us.
You look so lovely.
Who put that up? That is so mean. Who did that?
I found it.
That is genuinely cruel. We look like our own young sons.
Oh, man. You look like a character in Trainspotting.
Well, I was only 30-odd. I was just 30 then.
At what point did you realise that we were doing Top Gear and you thought, do you know what? This is something special.
It certainly wasn't the intent. We set out, you know, we're three blokes who love cars and have done car shows and car journalism for years. We got the chance. Jeremy was relaunching Top Gear with Andy Willman. I was lucky enough to get through the audition, and James joined us a series later. But we were just trying to make the best car show we could.
Yeah.
That's all we ever set out to do. There was no, well, look at us. Do you think there was science and planning involved?
It's funny, though, isn't it? That happens. Like,
But
you know, the best shows people chuck together sometimes.
We were just lucky.
And it's, you know, like all the great shows, it's not necessarily, you don't have to be into cars to love it.
No.
Because if you're just watching for car
I
reviews,
love
it can be a bit boring.
Hey,
but
look,
actually,
I'm not into baking or pottery, but there are shows on about both of those that are so compelling
I like when you
because
argue.
the people on it are. And therefore, we've always said you don't have to be a car nerd to watch our show, because we do that bit for you.
Just quickly, you watched Jeremy's farming show?
Yeah.
What do you think? It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's genuine. Our show has always worked together because we love our subject. You don't have to, and we will argue about it. You don't have to know or understand what the argument is. It's just fun watching people argue about their passion.
Yeah.
And Jeremy's farm show is the same. It's a real thing. He loves it.
Yeah.
It's not done for telly.
Thanks, Richard.
Something
Listen,
you like.
best of luck. The Grand Tour Eurocrash is out today on Prime Video.
It's insightful and important.
Go watch it, people. It's gonna change
We
the
can't
world
wait.
again.
They look good. Well, if you're amongst the thousands of fans at Wembley, you can watch the highlights from the Capital Sometime Ball on ITV1 and ITVX this Saturday at 7 p.m. Why has that not been done before?
Right, which is fine, but it's just given me major FOMO watching. Welby and Chris Stark are here to tell us more.
Well,
Looking very fresh-faced.
Thank you very much.
It's all a lot of makeup.
It's a lot of makeup.
So you haven't been home in 5 days.
No.
Can we very quickly talk about Roman's shoes?
Yeah.
I mean, it is the elephant in the room here.
Right. Now, there is a reason why I've got... Basically,
Tell me you've got a poorly foot.
No, I haven't. To be honest, the whole kind of weekend's been a massive blur, and then I forgot my shoes as I've left the house this morning. I got off
Forgot your shoes, but remembered them.
Yeah. Well, these were at work. But I ran and jumped in the car and then genuinely forgot my shoes. So
Dermot, what's the etiquette on socks and sandals?
Not that. Yeah,
I don't know.
I apologise, but
it's not medical.
This is the best I could do.
Somehow you style it out.
Yeah, you do.
No one
Don't give him that.
Honestly, I didn't even think twice when I saw you walk. I thought, this is what the kids are wearing.
No, right. I see.
Well done, by the way. I mean, what an epic show it was on Sunday. Was it boiling? I just kept thinking of you all in there.
It was so hot, and I made the mistake of wearing a jacket not too sort of dissimilar to this. Trying to be fashionable like Roman, it's a constant battle. I've got to keep up with this, you know? So I had this jacket on, but my gosh, we were sweaty, weren't we?
We were. It was a lot of sun cream applied over and over, but it made it because it was just such a nice day.
Is it quite a stressful day or quite an exciting day? Like, is it pretty straightforward in terms of what you need to do? I mean, you say straightforward, you're going out in front of hundreds of thousands of people, whatever, in the stadium. But is it kind of... Is the running order such that you can go out and just have fun?
Yeah. I mean, look, this was my 8th ball that I've done now, and I've said it, before, it's just the best gig that I've ever seen a radio station put on. It really is. It's the best, one of the best gigs I've ever been to. It's so slick. It's, it just keeps moving, and it's like being inside the radio for a lot of people. But it is. That's what I'm saying. But every year it attracts those people because it's Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
There's only certain points in your career where you can step out and go, hello, Wembley, to everyone.
Yes, I know. It's very special. And so after you've said hello, Wembley, you want to go out and you want to celebrate.
Yes.
And then, John, you've got to get up at 6 a.m. and be back on the radio.
I know, that is the hardest bit. And we were all so... Because you're buzzing, you're on adrenaline, you want to stay out all night.
Yeah.
But we're all getting to that age now of being quite sensible of going, now let's go to bed so we wake up tomorrow, we don't miss the show.
Yeah.
Because we've had close calls before where we've been very close to...
Believe it or not, I'm the only sensible one.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm like, as soon as it's done, I'm home.
I don't think that's so true. I think I'm a good influence. With the Father's Day gifts that you had before, I was getting excited about the bird feeding.
He wants to take your bird
I feel
feeding
like
home.
this is rubbing off on Roman a bit.
Your little one was there, was it? Is she 7?
Oh, my gosh. She's 8, and it was her first ever concert, and probably one of the proudest moments of my life, being able to be there at Wembley Stadium, which is Rose saying is a boyhood dream.
Yeah.
And to be able to shout out my little girl that was there.
Oh, my God.
Something I'll never be able to forget.
She was, her face was just so lovely. But so many kids were there and, with their families. Yeah. And we say, we do the radio show in a box and we forget anyone's listening. And then see 80,000 people that sort of know you and they, they feel like your friends.
That's lovely.
It went well. It's going to be shown on television for the first time. Everyone's excited. Kylie turned up, surprised everyone. I believe there's some restraining order that's come out.
Oh, no. How has it got to you guys that I was like this?
Did you disgrace yourself in front of Kylie? I mean, no one would blame you for doing this, but give us the background.
I was, overly keen. Like a start...
Kylie. I'd have been the same.
I got, overexcited. I was trying to be professional and interviewer, and then these lot caught me, the second the interview was over, getting selfies, telling her my life story, touching her outfit, and then they were like, Sian, come on.
It got into a photo shoot, and then Sian's touching the outfit, trying to read through her hair, and it was getting embarrassing, so I had to move it along.
You had to intervene.
Yeah.
The other special guest there on the night was your mum.
Oh, man, my mum was there. That's it. I think it's been about 30 years since she's been back to Wembley, but I had to take her because she's performed at, Live Aid, and she performed at Wham, the final at Wembley, so it was a really special moment. She'd never really seen me do, hosting, big things like that.
Yeah.
So it was really special, and I took her backstage and showed her around, and she was, everything around the corner for my mum was like, nothing really phases her. She's very much like, yes, we had that in the 80s.
Yeah.
Had that in the 80s.
You must be very proud of you.
Yeah.
And Chris, how's it been? Because obviously you and Scott Mills were such a huge team for so long.
Yeah.
It feels like this is seamless, though. When I listen, it feels like you've been there forever. And
cheers, mate.
You three have kind of slotted in really well together.
Well, I love these guys. I've known Roman for many years, and it's all just felt really natural how it's all come about. And yeah, it's really different. And don't get me wrong, I love Scott to bits. He's still my best friend. But these guys have really welcomed me in, and I think we're doing something really special in the mornings now on Capital, and I'm just super proud to be part of it. And I love what we do.
It's
very early starts.
I'm a remember listening when Chris Tarrant was doing it back in the day when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, it's just an exciting place to work. It's one of the biggest radio stations.
I grew up listening to that show, and to be on it now and doing what we get to do is it's wicked.
Well, it's lovely having you all in here, but we're very used to seeing Sian here in our studio because you are our showbiz correspondent.
Of course.
What I loved was the day before the morning of your first day, when you put her through her paces because you were saying on the show it's live, sometimes the timings can get slashed, and so you were saying, right, you've got to deliver all the information in a very short space of time. Should we have a quick listen?
Just to get you ready for this, we are going to be doing the segment of Showbiz on This Morning, but really fast.
Well, obviously, after the BAFTAs, everyone's loving a bit of Richard E. Grant. He's so wholesome and everyone's saying protect him at all costs. Austin Butler still speaks a little bit like Elvis. Princess Kate wore Zara earrings at the BAFTAs. All 5 Spice Girls are set to reunite at King Charles's coronation. Alicia Dixon's hosting Eurovision.
And that's all we've got time for. Thanks so much, Sian, for coming on to the show today. Sian, she might not be back next week. She wasn't quick enough.
It's eerily similar to how it actually is.
You were very, very good at that. So, of course, we're going to put you to the test once again.
Yes.
You've got the latest showbiz clip in your hand. You've got 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
OK, so Zendaya had a bit of an awkward experience. She was denied entry to a restaurant because of her outfit. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck had a little kiss during the Flash premiere. Jessie J's newborn's been called Ben Shelley. Jodie Comer won a Tony Award on Saturday night. Taylor Swift wiping tears from her eyes on stage in Detroit. Kim Kardashian has wowed her American Horror Story.
You've lost the job. You've lost the job. You lost the job. Didn't finish it. No.
You are brutal.
So mean.
Oh, don't take her from me. I know you want her on this sofa, but you can't have her.
She'll be ours. Well done, all of you. So when is it on? When is it on? When
Catch
is it
all
on?
the best bits from Capital Summertime Ball on ITV1 and ITVX on 7 p.m. on Saturday.
That's the one. Thank
Thanks
you.
so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right. Oh, Adam Jones is there, and welcome. It is lovely to have you there.
Oh, good to be back.
You look at that, and you look at everything you've done, and everything you've achieved, and the places you've performed.
And all the hairstyles.
And all the hairstyles, but the success, really. And does that ever... Do you ever sit back and go, yeah, tonight I'm performing at the Royal Albert Hall, I've done this, I've nailed it, I've look what I've achieved?
I do think you get somewhat used to the surrealism of it all, but I never stop feeling fortunate, feeling lucky that I get to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited for tonight's show.
Oh,
yeah.
What can fans expect?
You know, a lot of glitter, a lot of joy. I want people to dance. I want people to feel.
Yeah.
I just, it's all about the audience. That's my thing. Everything I do is like for the crowd.
Every time I see you, your outfit is unreal. And I remember when I came behind the scenes of Starstruck, and you had this outfit on, and I was... do you get a lot of your outfits specially made? Or?
Some of them, every once in a while, yeah, for like something like, a big show, a big Saturday night telly moment, yeah. But, I just shop like everybody else.
This shirt is unbelievable.
Yeah, but
and online shopping, really lets you get, you get exactly what you want.
So dangerous.
You just got it going on.
But back when this all started with American Idol, is it true that you only auditioned initially just so that you could say you auditioned on it? You didn't really think that, like, the end game?
I was like, if I don't do it, I'll regret it. I'll have, some remorse that I should have tried. And I did not have the slightest idea that it would go as well as it did. And every week that I stayed in, I thought to myself, what?
Yeah.
Really? And then, as we got to the end, I started kind of going, oh, maybe I have a shot at this. Maybe.
And that was 15 years ago now.
Yeah, just about. It's crazy.
15 years. And it's only June, and you've had one of the busiest years ever. Can you tell us what you've been up to?
You name it. Obviously, I was on Starstruck here on ITV, and then I've been working, and I put an album out called High Drama, and I've been sharing it with the world and traveling around talking about it. I just put out a single this last week. You Make Me Feel Mighty Real with Sagala, which is super exciting. A big dance floor.
Let's pause you right there because we've actually keep playing it in the ad break, so we're all like getting up. But let's just have a listen. Well, I bet that got you up, Bobby Sofa. Josie's definitely having a go.
Oh, it's one of those bangers you can't help but get up and dance.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear it in a club. I haven't heard it in a club yet. I've heard it in a car. It feels really good. On the radio, yes. And then it's also good for, like, the jog, you know?
Yeah.
It's good on the headphones.
Well, it's got an important role to do because it's the official single of Pride in London 2023. So you are also going to be there on the day. You've got the big procession that's going through London. Everything culminates at Trafalgar Square, and you're going to be performing.
Yeah, I have a full concert, a full hour out there. I'm so excited. You know, for me, being a gay man in, you know, media has been a really interesting journey.
Yeah.
One that I'm really grateful for. And I think that over the past decade or so, you've seen like a big shift in, you know, acceptance and visibility and all these things. You know, people understand it more now. They're less scared of it. You know, and I think it's nice to be a part of the force that helps people open their minds, you know?
Can I ask you something then? Because as somebody, I mean, you were just saying then, you know, you go off to France, you're off to here, you travel all around. Does it change depending on where you go?
Yeah, I mean, there's different attitudes in different countries for sure. And I think right now, even in the US, you're seeing a strange sort of pushback right now. And it's probably in response to the fact that we're shining so brightly and so beautifully, you know, that the community has come really far and we've made a lot of strides and our equality is starting to, you know, come around. But, you know, there's always going to be people that are a little scared of what they don't understand or, you know, reject something that they are confused about, you know?
So you are a massive role model in the community. So what does Pride actually mean to you?
I think it's all about the visibility that I'm talking about. I think, you know, knowing that you're not alone is really important. And I think Pride reminds people of that there is a community, there is a big family. And some people are not fortunate enough to have their real families accept them for who they are. And so the thing that's so beautiful about Pride is it gives you the sense of like an adopted family. And I think that that's something that we all, you know, really enjoy about this time of year is that community.
Yeah. And speaking of adoption, we have adopted you in the UK.
I feel it. I love coming over here. Yeah, I love it. It's you know, I've always been like a nut for like British TV and music. Like the culture that comes out of this country is amazing.
Well, we know you've announced Queen the US tour. I mean, last time you were here, you sold out 10 shows at the O2. Not many people get to do that. Do you know anything? Will you be coming back to the UK at any point with Queen?
There's nothing on the books yet, but, you know, we just seem to keep going. So I'm sure it'll happen again soon.
Well, do hurry up, please, and come back.
we'll work on it, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And the single that we played you, which is an absolute banger, is available to download now. Enjoy Pride as well.
Thank you
Have
so
the
much.
most marvellous time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We love you, Adam.
Oh, I love you both too. Thank you. I love you all.